It's everyone's favorite post-game talk show that takes place around midnight. It's time for another edition of Fulton After Dark. This is Russell Mays in the WKCS studio, joined now by the head coach of the Fulton Falcons, Justin Long, as the Fulton Falcons on homecoming defeat the Gatlinburg-Pittman Highlanders by the final score of 34-14. Gatlinburg-Pittman ranked number 9 in the state of Tennessee in Class 3A. This is just a big win for the Falcons, and in a lot of ways it was a gut check win.
Oh, for sure, for sure. We knew coming in that this was a really good football team in GP. Big, physical, good running game, hard-nosed and tough on defense. So it was impressive to see the way we responded tonight.
Now, we talked about on our preview show kind of dealing with homecoming week, and sometimes all of that, the excitement that comes around that can be a distraction. How did the team handle that this week and getting ready for the game tonight?
Yeah, I thought we did well handling. You know, I didn't want to take away from the fun aspect of homecoming and the, you know, and all the different dress-up days and everything with the pep rally, and you know, because you want to have a good experience. You know, you wanted to be about the kids, but also understand the guys that we've got a game, you know, this Friday. And I thought they handled the preparation well, and still was able to have a little fun too.
And really tonight kind of almost felt like a game from several years ago, where it felt like there was a lot at stake. It was a big game. It was on television. You had 5-Star Preps was there. Prep Extra was there. Yeah. You had the ring ceremony for the basketball team. Just a lot of excitement around the ball game. And it has to be really pleasing to know the program's back in a place to where you can play a game that's extremely important like that.
Oh, 100%. And to have those people here means a lot, because that puts extra eyes on our program. People get to see our brand, and you know, thank everybody that came out from a fan standpoint and from, you know, the TV game with Russell Bivin. Thank you. 5-Star Preps, always great to have them. Prep Extra, always great to have him. I think, but WBR was here as well. So, you know, it's important. You know, I'm glad, I'm thankful for the platform, and also thankful to be able to come out on top.
And really, as you talk to all of these different media outlets and such, what is the message you want to get across about Fulton football?
Yeah, just that we're trending. You know, guys are buying into what's being asked of them on the field, off the field, academically. You know, we're trying to put a good brand of football out there for our community to be proud of. You know, and you know, we just want people to support, and our guys are really doing things the right way.
Fulton wins over Gatlinburg-Pittman 34-14 to go to 2-3 on the year. We talk about all that, and then the start of the game probably was about as poor of a start as you could possibly have. You win the toss, elect to take the football, go backwards on 3 plays, and then almost as soon as Gatlinburg-Pittman gets the ball, they're in the end zone.
Yeah, not the start we wanted, and I was a little confused at that point, not because they were doing anything defensively that we hadn't seen, but I was confused as to who we were, you know, and it was quick. You know, they get the ball, they go down and score, and I think my first initial thought was, you know, positivity. You know, let's pour positivity in them, and I think that the ensuing drive, we were able to put a drive together, got the running game going and answered. But the biggest thing was just to remain positive. You know, one of the things we've been harping on is, you know, the scoreboard doesn't define how we play. You know, the next play is the most important play, and it was cool to see our guys do that tonight.
So the Falcons are down 7-0 very quickly in this football game, and you had to be pleased with the fact almost as soon as the Falcons get the football back, it's almost like a different football team. Right down the field, you get in the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run by Albert Johnson.
Yeah, and again, was able to get the running game going. Guys up front are moving people. Was able to challenge them a little bit before the game and say, hey guys, you know, we're going to go as you all go. Proud of those guys. I think we're figuring some things out. I think we're understanding what's being asked of them. And again, just proud of those guys.
And it's the second game in a row for Albert Johnson over 100 yards rushing tonight, 16 carries for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns, and you had to have it tonight.
Oh, absolutely, and had to have it in crucial moments. You know, Al has a knack for finding things that aren't always there. He has a knack for making guys right when they may not be right. And you know, he's definitely growing a lot. He's a leader. You know, I was hearing him getting on to some guys, and just guys weren't meeting the standard earlier today, and Al handled it for us, and I really appreciate that.
The Falcons missed the extra point, and I don't know if you noticed, the ball was laying on the ground. Emmanuel, almost soccer style, kicks it through the upright, laying flat on the ground.
Yeah, we got to get that fixed. That should be snap, hold, kick, and it should be up and good all the time. And we just got to it's a timing thing right now. It's a timing thing, and we got to get that fixed.
And really, I think a big part of the football game for the Falcons was, again, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago after the Campbell County game. On kickoff, getting the ball in the end zone changes everything.
Oh my goodness! To think that they have to start on the 20-yard line is huge. He's a weapon, and I'm glad he's on our team.
So the Falcons take get back into the ball game. They trailed Gatlinburg-Pittman 7-6. Then later in the first quarter, almost at the end of the first quarter, 40-yard touchdown pass. Javon Molden hits Derek Smith, who makes an incredible play along the far sideline to get into the end zone to give the Falcons the lead.
Yeah, we throw the little fast screen out there. We do that, and that was a big play for us. Travis Ballinger, Walter McNair blocking their butts off on that play, giving us an alley, and that's the way we coach it. You make 2 blocks. We try to make a move on one guy, and the rest was history. But that was just a great play. Derek showing his athleticism and getting in the end zone there.
Well, and for Derek Smith, another big night, 5 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. And really, last week against Anderson County, we saw it again tonight. Just a great performance by him. Yeah,
offensive line blocking, giving us a shot. I think we were able to connect on one deep ball. And Javon's finding him. Javon's, he's playing with some confidence right now. He's believing in what we're asking them to do, and just excited to see guys see the fruit of their labor. A lot of work goes into this thing, and excited to see them make plays.
And for Javon, 14 of 18 in the air, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that's even after right before halftime going down, looked like he might have been out for a while.
Yeah.
Pops back up and really has a great performance.
Yeah. We talk about toughness. We talk about being resilient and having guts. And Javon showed that tonight. He's on the turf. He's rolling around, and he kind of goes, Wolverine mode. He just heals on us quickly. But just proud of him. And. Some things that may not show up on the stat sheet is, he's getting the checks at the line of scrimmage. He's getting guys lined up. He's taking command of the offense, and just really proud of how he's grown as a quarterback.
So the Falcons take the lead in the ball game 13-7, and then in the second quarter gets a 50-yard touchdown run by Albert Johnson. Just a gigantic hole for Albert to run through. Almost untouched into the end zone. You had to be really pleased with what you saw there.
Big play up front. Guys are moving people, getting hands on, accelerating their feet on contact like Coach K coaches, and we got receivers downfield blocking. I think Derek fitted up on the corner there, so it was some good stuff on that play.
So the Falcons up 20-7 in the ball game after the extra point by Mosquera. The ensuing kickoff, you get them stopped at the 10, and then Gatlinburg-Pittman finds something, and they drive the ball down the field 90 yards to score right before halftime to make it 20-14.
Yeah, they figured out that hey, they're just going to line up and come at us. And I think on that particular drive, I think they may have run the same sort of scheme. We just had trouble getting off blocks and doing what we've been coached to do. And they were able to put that drive together and get a score.
So GP closes the lead to 20-14, and really a big situation. Penalties play into that, as you were going to hold them to a field goal. You get an encroachment penalty. It turns from 4th and 6 to 4th and 1, and GP converts, and that leads to a touchdown. 9 penalties tonight. That's kind of been a common theme throughout most of the games this year. How do you work on reducing penalties?
Well, the main thing is, we probably need to look at some sort of discipline, in some sort of way to try to deter that. And then we need to look at, hey guys, like these are killers, right? We hold them to a field goal, and then, now they're getting a touchdown. So I think the mindset is, let's not shoot ourselves in the foot. Let's be more disciplined, and let's do it when it matters the most.
Once again, Fulton rallies and gets an opportunity right before halftime but some penalties and negative plays force you into a situation where you try a field goal and it is blocked, and at halftime it is 20-14 Fulton with the lead. Kind of another situation 2 weeks ago at Halls right before halftime, missed out on an opportunity to score. Same thing tonight.
Yeah, it hurts. You know, we had used our timeout, so we didn't have any timeouts left, so we were trying to take a shot there in hopes that, you know, two things happen. Hey, if it's incomplete, clock stops, we'll line up and kick our field goal. And we did, and again, it's a timing issue. It gets blocked. And yeah, you know, really wanted to punch that one in, even if it was just a field goal. Really wanted to pee up 2 scores there.
Well, and Gatlinburg-Pittman would get the ball to open up the second half. What was the message to your team at halftime?
Yeah, one is, hey guys, it's football. Okay, they got a good football team and they got good coaches as well. So understand that they're going to do some things right, but we have to make sure we come back and we you know, one, we raise our discipline, we raise our level of fight. And we just understand that these next 5 to 7 minutes of this game is going to dictate, of this half is going to dictate the rest of the game. So we need to be firing on all cylinders, reading our keys, finishing blocks, tackling the football, and being aggressive. And really just them understanding that, hey guys, there's no pressure. Like I didn't want them being so uptight because, you know, Gatlinburg finished the half strong. Like let's just go do what we do, you know, and then during warm-ups, you know, I'm going around giving guys 5 because I want the mood to be light. I don't want guys to be uptight. So, you know, but then adversity struck quick, you know.
Well, and Gatlinburg-Pittman gets the ball to open up the second half. They put a long drive together, and when you had to get a stop, the defense finds a way to get the job done. You stop GP deep in your own territory on 4th down.
Yeah, big stop. I think maybe we were able to get him behind the sticks a little bit earlier in the down and distance. So yeah, you know, Joe Moore played great tonight. Made some plays for us there to put him behind the ball. You know, defensive line was able to get some penetration. Ray John was coming off the edge some as well. So just proud that we bowled our back in that situation. We didn't give them a field goal. We didn't give them a touchdown, and that was huge for the rest of the game.
And really, the defense saved their best for last in the ball game.
100%. Coach Brown's been coaching those guys hard, and you know, we meet and we watch film, and we go over the smallest details, but we really make it about us. And that's one thing I appreciate about Coach Scott Brown. He makes it about, hey guys, are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? You know, are we where we're supposed to be? And I really appreciate that.
So the Falcons are in a situation leading by 6. They get the football back, and really in a situation, major adversity takes place. You have an injury to Raymond Thomas, and it was almost at that point, things can go either way. You know, you watch one of the key players on your team go down with an injury. Sometimes that can be a letdown for a team, but it really seemed like from that point the team rallied and played much better football after that moment.
Absolutely, and I actually said that. You know, I said, hey guys, now's an opportunity for us to play for him. You know, and we don't know the status, but I wanted our guys to know that, hey, this is an opportunity to push forward and really put our foot on the gas and really establish ourselves and continue this drive.
So the Falcons drive the ball down the field, and I think this is the drive. I think you've got a 3rd and long, and Travis Ballinger makes an incredible catch to keep the drive alive. And it seems like the last couple of years he's been the guy when you need a clutch catch in traffic. He's the guy to go to.
Yeah, welcome back, Travis. You know, Travis missed last week, with a little bit banged up. Glad to have him back. You know, he's steady Eddie. You know, he just does his job. You know, he showed up with, you know, just ready to work. I pulled him to the side after practice yesterday and said, how are you, man? Like, how are you feeling? Coach, I'm good. Coach, I'm good. And he said it quickly. So just to see the confidence he had in how he was feeling, I knew he was ready to go tonight.
The Falcons increased the lead to 26-14 early in the 4th quarter as Molden hits Tavarie Allen on a 2-yard touchdown. Great play call in the situation. You go with the power eye set and hit the back out of the backfield for the score.
Yeah. I had a feeling that they were going to try to pack it in there and play the run, and just wanted to just try to throw a little curveball in there and hope that we could sneak them out there. And both guys were open, and Javon took the first guy.
So So the Falcons increased the lead to 26-14. Then later in the fourth quarter, Albert Johnson closes it out with another 22-yard touchdown run to give the Falcons a 34-14 win. And again, I just go back to the fact that it seemed like in that fourth quarter, offensively hitting on all cylinders, defensively doing everything that you had to do to get the job done.
Yeah, total team effort tonight. Total team effort. You think about the kicking game, even though we missed an extra point, we had a field goal blocked. You think about the, how big it is to be able to kick the ball in the end zone on kickoff. You think about them having to start on the 20, and then you think about, hey, third quarter when we needed to stop, defense bowled their back, and then offensively threw it a little bit, ran it a little bit, and was able to put a good plan together and execute. So, man, it was a total team effort.
And I think an unsung hero that we don't talk about a lot is the punt team. The couple of times that you've had to punt, Joe's done a great job of getting the snap and just getting the ball away to keep the Falcons out of danger.
Yeah, and we've, me and my Coach Brown, we talked about, well, what do we want punt to look like? How do we want to line up? Well, we decided on the structure we have, and it's catch and kick. We're not taking a bunch of steps, and we're just trying to cover as fast as we can. But yeah, Joe, Killian in the front line, getting us a good snap, Joe catching it and getting rid of it. That's been key.
Falcons win by the final score of 34-14 to improve to 2-3 on the year. Several milestones taking place tonight. The Falcons knock off a state-ranked team, Gatlinburg-Pittman, number 9 in Class 3A. It was the 200th win all-time in games played on Bob Black Field since the field opened in 1965, and also the 40th win on homecoming for the Falcons since 1965. All in all, a really good night.
Good night for the Falcons. Great night for the Falcons.
Next week, the Fulton Falcons will go on the road to take on the Carnes Beavers. As Carnes got off to a good start, they have a 2-3 record as well. Carnes won last year on homecoming over the Fulton Falcons, and I know there'll be a little extra attention paid to the Beavers this week.
Absolutely. It's the next game. So the focus is, let's try to go be who we are, and let's focus on ourselves and try to get better, and let's respect our opponent, and let's give them our best.
And it's always exciting to come back on Monday to practice after a win.
Amen. Amen.
The Fulton Falcons win over the Gatlinburg-Pittman Highlanders 34-14. It was a very happy homecoming on Bob Black Field. We thank you for joining us on another edition of Fulton After Dark. Until we talk to you again, for the head coach of the Fulton Falcons, Justin Long, this is Russell May saying thanks for watching Fulton After Dark.